Member for the Central Wheatbelt.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister for Racing, Gaming and Liquor. In 2010, the Liberal National Government established a program to assist racing clubs throughout the state to rejuvenate their racecourse infrastructure. Can the Minister please update the Parliament on progress with supporting this important industry?
Minister for Racing and Gaming.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Central Wheatbelt for the question and also for her interest and support in racing over the last 5 years and more recently, particularly with projects, etc. at York and Northam. One of the biggest challenges the racing industry faces is its ageing infrastructure. It is a real challenge and an ongoing challenge. And as the member said in her question, we agreed back in 2010 to commit $13 million over 5 years for metropolitan and country racing infrastructure. The initial amount was $5 million in 2010 with a further $2 million each year, and it was to maximise the benefit from that grants program. The decision was taken to offer the grants on a partnership basis, and that's worked extremely well. In fact, by 2012, the program had worked very well, and it had become really evident to me as Minister and everyone involved that we needed to keep this program going and expand this program where we could because it was doing such a good job in our country race clubs and our metropolitan race clubs across the coast. So with the support of the Minister for Regional Development, we got a $6.4 million Royalties for Region boost to that funding to once again be able to leverage that funding to gain other funding. The value of the program now is just over $20 million, or just under $20 million over that 5-year period. And around about $10 million of that has been so far been accessed and spent. So the program is having a great benefit out there. In fact, there's projects totalling $16.2 million these grants have supported, 129 grants to 51 racing and training venues throughout the state. One of the focuses has been is the actual health and safety issues, which are very large in racing. I want to make sure that we address those initially because the health and safety of the participants, the jockeys and the horses are extremely important. And I won't go into a whole heap of detail, but one program, I think, as part of this, one initiative that deserves a special mention, and that is the upgrading of the running rails from the traditional aluminium running rail to the new plastic running rail. And if you see how that works, it provides a hell of a lot more safety for the horse and for the rider. They've now been installed at 12 major metropolitan and country tracks, so with the support of these grants. But the benefit doesn't finish there, because where we've replaced the railing, we've utilised the old railing for a lot of our smaller race venues, even our picnic race venues around Western Australia. Many of them were racing, and I think Coolum Bush Race is an example where the head of that is so pleased now that he's got a little bit of security. Also with that, we also coupled another program to fence the tracks in country WA, where we're having some issues with runaway horses at some of the smaller tracks, where horses are actually getting into where the crowd were. You can't. Beg your pardon? I probably did. Probably did. I actually saw it happen one day, and it was it's pretty frightening. And I'm glad that we've now addressed that, and I'm sure the industry is a lot better for it. The racing industry is really important in Western Australia. Generates about $600 million each year. A lot of employment, a lot of people involved, a lot of enjoyment to the community. It's important we continue to support it and continue to work with the racing industry to continually improve those facilities. And I look forward to doing that more into the future.
Right.